More and more, we're seeing young'uns that particularly are doing more and more sport coming through the clinic, and haven't effectively, people do brush things off all the time, but they want a second opinion, and we're always happy to give that for anyone who comes through. Normal growing pains. That's it's a great place to start. So as we grow, the fascinating thing I learned was that no, you don't actually grow uniformly. So what you actually grow is you grow a bit at a time in different directions. So when people say, oh, I've got one leg longer than the other, which is a great example, often as you're growing, you have. Because you'll grow a little bit on the left side, then a bit on the right side, then the right side overtakes, and the left side catches up, etc. So all the way through growing, there's often several imbalances. So the time that you start to look at it and you go, what I really like is to work out, is this a significant problem or not, comes down to how long the problem's lasted and how much function it's stopping for the child when they're doing things. The two most popular ailments that we see, there we are, fantastic. So the two most popular things that we see in young'uns are Sever's disease, called a disease. It's not really a fair way of assessing it. And Osgood-Schlatter's, again, they call it a disease, but both are very, very similar things. So that's a knee pain and an ankle pain, where as you're growing, the tension on the bone creates a pressure in the bone that's almost pulling it out of shape, because the bone is malleable as we're growing. The bone hasn't solidified. So as it hasn't solidified, it's got this opportunity to be stretched and pulled. And gradually over a period of time, it's getting pulled, and it's getting pulled slightly out of shape. The body starts to react with an inflammation, and you often find a bit of a lump on the front of the knee, or you find a particularly sore heel. Now, when it comes to the rest of the body, what you want to look at is you want to say, what is happening through the whole body? I'm going to focus on those two because the principles are the same throughout the whole system. Effectively, as we're growing, if you're measuring people's growth, a good thing to look at is foot size and general height. So I'm coming at this from this very moment in time where I have a child with repetitive heel pain in my own family, and the heel pain flares up. Daddy, I've got a sore heel, and I say, okay, let's remeasure you, and suddenly you realise in the last 3 months you've gone from 1.37 m to 1.40 m. That in terms of growth speed is significant. So if you are having significant growth speed and you're getting proportional pain, then you can pretty much put it down to growing pains. If you are getting significant pain and you're not noticing any change in foot size, you're not noticing any change in height, then you have to start to be more aware of, well, is this correlated to growth? Is this just one of these things? And is it something that it's a good idea to speak to the GP or a physio about? So again, if you look at tummy pains is a great one as well. Regularly, you'll get children complaining of sore tummy, particularly after they've done exercise for a period of time. And actually what's happening is either A, they don't quite understand what doing butterfly time and time again, how much it hurts the stomach muscles. So that's one explanation. Another thing is the fact that when we have glands like tonsils, we have reactive glands in the stomach as well. So we look at the fact that actually, if we are fighting off anything, if we've been doing a lot of exercise and we're getting tired and the body's getting tired, the likelihood of experiencing discomfort from us fighting off infections is much higher as well.